California is making strides in the fight against COVID. The new numbers showing the state's leadership in lowering transmission of the virus.
A Marine Corps veteran who was there when history was made at Iwo Jima is laid to rest in Miramar. A look back at his life and his legacy.
A new outdoor stadium is nearly finished in Point Loma. The event that it will host in the coming weeks and the hopes for the stadium going forward.
ABC 10 News at 6 starts now.
It's the clearest sign yet that California is making huge strides in the fight against COVID. The latest CDC map shows our state has the lowest transmission rate in the country. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. As ABC 10 News reporter Nia Watson shows us, despite a setback today, the long-term trend points to progress.
State health leaders credit high vaccination rates and mask mandates for the drop in new cases in California.
California has among the lowest positivity rates, 3.5% in America.
Today, Governor Gavin Newsom praising the state's leading efforts in the ongoing fight against COVID-19.
We have among the highest vaccination rates in America.
Monday, the CDC's map showed California among a few states to move from the high transmission tier down to substantial. Now, because of new cases reported today, California is back in the red, but remains the state with the lowest rate of spread, with 113 cases per 100,000 people. At a school event in Alameda County, Newsom says the state's mask and vaccine mandates have led schools to reopen safely.
As a consequence, only 9 schools have had to shut down since the beginning of the school year.
A breakdown by county shows San Diego County listed as high transmission. Still, recent charts show new cases starting to drop as we enter fall. But Newsom says he's mindful of a possible winter surge like what happened last year and encourages people to remain vigilant.
And so we need to prepare for that winter surge. We need to be vigilant. And of course, the best way to mitigate that and cap it is to continue our vaccine efforts.
Newsom says he will continue to work with community-based groups across the state to reduce vaccine hesitancy. That includes addressing misinformation. At Waterfront Park, Nia Watson, ABC 10 News.
Los Angeles County will soon require proof of vaccination at several indoor settings. Those include bars, wineries, breweries, nightclubs, and lounges. They will apply to customers and employees. The county's public health officer says that everyone will be required to have at least one vaccine dose by October 7th, the second dose by November 4th. The order will only recommend vaccine verification for indoor portions of restaurants. LA County, though, will also require proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test for outdoor events with 10,000 people or more. That includes sporting events, concerts, and theme parks.
And meantime, 4 branches of the U.S. military have set deadlines for service members to get vaccines. The Army will require all active duty members to be vaccinated by December 15th. It says soldiers who do not comply could face career-ending reprimands depending on their rank. National Guard members have until the end of next June. The Air Force set November 2nd as the date for active duty members. The Navy and Marines both set November 28th as their deadline.
Final votes are still being counted after Governor Gavin Newsom defeated yesterday's recall election. But here are the latest numbers from the Secretary of State. About 64% of people voted no on the recall. 36% voted yes. The election results will be officially certified by October 22nd. And today, President Biden offered his congratulations to Newsom's recall election victory. In a statement, he said in part, quote, "The fact that voters in both traditionally Democratic and traditionally Republican parts of the state rejected the recall shows that Americans are unifying behind taking these steps to get the pandemic behind us."
He would tell you that every man on that island that landed that day should deserve honors.
A Marine who witnessed history being made at Iwo Jima has now been laid to rest at Miramar National Cemetery. ABC 10 News reporter Leah Pizzetti gives us a look at the veteran's life and legacy.
There's a long list of titles this World War II veteran held. Father, Marine, pilot, leader, the list goes on. And after an incredible long life, his legacy lives on. In the military, there are certain moments that stand out.
We have a great history.
Yes, we do.
And in history, there are certain actions that become milestones.
I mean, Iwo Jima, he was very involved in that.
And in each milestone,
I'm Fred Lynn.
I'm John Carroll.
Hi, John. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
people.
Do you fly with Colonel?
Yeah, back in New York.
In New York?
Yeah.
Like Colonel Dave Elliott Severance.
His company participated in the landings on Iwo Jima on 19 February 1945.
His unit raised the iconic flag at Iwo Jima, now a powerful visual representation of the Marine Corps in World War II, living his life and career as a leader.
He just wanted the best for everyone and wanted to help people accomplish that.
Just an all-round Marine. Ground officer, infantry, aviation, the Distinguished Flying Cross.
Ultimately, living 102 years of life. Now, his final resting place is at Miramar National Cemetery.
Kind of sad, but yet I'm happy because I think he's pretty happy right now. He really had a great career and did a fine job.
A small ceremony honoring a man who helped make a big impact. Colonel Severance and his wife are a San Diego couple. They lived in La Jolla and are survived by 4 children. Leah Pizzetti, ABC 10 News.
Incredible day. Thank you. San Diego police have arrested a man accused in at least 2 sexual assaults, and now they're looking for more potential victims. Investigators say the first assault happened August 17th when a woman parked near her apartment on Logan Avenue. They say a man ran up and assaulted her while she was walking. She managed to fight him off and he ran away. It was a similar story 2 weeks later when a different woman was assaulted walking to her home. She lived on 49th Street, and she also fought the man off. Police say they arrested 18-year-old Kevin Brooks. If you have information about these or similar attacks, please call San Diego Police.
The Marine Corps is reviewing both of its recruit training locations for possible relocation. And California lawmakers want to make sure that San Diego's recruit depot stays right where it is. Senators Dianne Feinstein and Alex Padilla, along with San Diego Congressman Scott Peters today, put forward legislation to prohibit the depot's closing. They cited San Diego's history as a robust military town for keeping it in place. It trains close to 18,000 new Marines every single year. The other training depot is in Parris Island, South Carolina.
San Diegans will soon be able to sell food directly from their kitchens. County leaders today advanced a proposal to allow micro-enterprise home kitchens. They say the home kitchens, also called MICOs, have several advantages, such as creating more opportunities for women, immigrants, and people of color. The proposal passed on a 3-0 vote. The county's chief administrative officer will now take the next 120 days to create an ordinance for the board to consider.
A recent study of the planet's warming climate predicts that working outside will become riskier as communities endure more extreme heat days more often. The Union of Concerned Scientists found that between now and the middle of the century, outdoor workers will increasingly lose work time because it's going to be too hot. In many cases, that means losing out on potential earnings. It's estimated those lost earnings could total more than $55 billion a year. Additionally, the report found that communities of color will suffer more.
People who identify as Black, African American, Hispanic, or Latino make up about 32% of the population in the U.S., but they make up about 40% of outdoor workers. And in some different occupations, those numbers are even higher.
Now, the report's conclusion is simple. As the changing climate changes the work environment outdoors, companies will have to find ways to account for the extra safety concerns and the extra expense.
In less than 30 minutes, the county will light up the administration building downtown with colors celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. And this continues the trend of lighting the building for events such as Pride and Juneteenth. And tonight's lighting kicks off a month-long celebration. Today is the day that several Central American countries, including Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua, celebrate their independence. Mexico celebrates its independence tomorrow.
Point La Jolla is once again open to visitors after the city closed it earlier this summer for pupping season. It's already exploring future closures to keep the sea lion pups safe there. City Council could pursue a coastal development permit to make that happen. Sea lions nest at Point La Jolla, birthing and nursing their young generally from June 1st to October 31st. The city closed the area to people following repeated incidents that saw people getting far too close to those sea lions and in some cases harassing them.
And meantime, the Cleveland National Forest, covering much of San Diego's East and North County, will stay closed through next Wednesday. All national forests in the state were closed on August 31st because of high fire danger and ongoing wildfires. While most forests will reopen this weekend, the Cleveland, San Bernardino, and Angeles National Forests will stay closed through the 22nd. That means no hiking or camping until they reopen.